Yeah. Trying to figure out what's going on with my access to the public platforms here. So, wow, got a thumbs up already. Cool. What's up, Music Well? Can't figure out how to work my stinking Patreon page or anything anymore. Hey, Frank, they changed it. They said that they messed me up. I mean, it's like really hard to post stuff to Patreon now. Well, for me, once I get it figured out, it won't be too bad. But how long is it going to take me to figure it out? So, anyhow, yeah, that's basically it. I've been trying for the past hour and 15 minutes to get something posted and try to do a little live stream. Good, Buzzaroo. Might be snafu. Working through it though, so far. Hate snafus. Snafus are bad. Yeah, I don't want to like throw a bunch of drama out there and stuff, but nation praying for some help up in here, getting everything going the way it's supposed to be going. Not personal stuff, YouTube channel. This is all channel stuff. I'm fretting my channel stuff right now. That's it. We got life stuff too, but we just turn that over to God. I guess turn the channel over to God too, I suppose, would be the prudent thing to do. I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. So, hopefully my subscriber base will understand. If it doesn't work out the way I want it to, it's more I'll be disappointed at the way it turns out for y'all than y'all will be in the way it turned out for you, I would hope. I don't know. Patreon changed the whole flipping thing, man. It took me forever to even find out where I could find the button to click post. A new post. They did an update or whatever. They're having trouble getting. First, they were having trouble getting the money from the patrons. And you get emails all the time from these people. And I may have an email from them telling me what they did to the page or whatever and how to go through it. I probably should check that out. I'm real good about checking my email, by the way. If anybody sees Robert and Cindy Moore LLC around the shirt, so yeah. I got the shirt paid for, just don't know what size to make it or nothing. Afternoon. I didn't want to do a solo, and the plan was not to do a solo, but reasons. So valid and understandable and yada, yada, yada. Know something more this afternoon or this evening. I understand that. I got up 4 o'clock this morning, but I went back to bed and didn't have anywhere, why be up? Rained out again. So, I'm not griping about the rain. It's good for us. But we had ice last night. Hail and sleet for a little while. Not a lot, Daniel, apparently. I'm going to go down by the border and try to catch me some illegal pork, illegal alien pork. That's what I'm going to do. You go with me? Get in the truck. Come on. Thank you, LS. That makes me feel much better about, sleeping amongst, herds of ravenous wild hogs and stuff. It's not, I can go down there and do 7 days solo standing on my head. I could go to Walmart with $75 and get everything I needed to go down there and do 7 days standing there. I went to Walmart and I walked through the stuff and I got everything I need. And I've still, out of the 75, I've still got about $20 for groceries. So yeah, it's not. Survival is more fun if there's 2 of you. So, yep. Well, your mom didn't. Did you take her hunting? You shot your mom, didn't you? Hey, Brian. Hey, bitty boo. And anybody else that I missed? I was looking around the room instead of at the chat over here. It's coming on spring. Spring is the best time to go hunting and fishing for the kind of stuff we want to do as far as wild foods and everything. Small game stuff and fish and berries and shoots and stuff like that. It's the best time of the year to be out and about. All late summer, there's other stuff, but anyway, blah. It's also when work picks up for a lot of people. As I was doing the things and the dates were set, everything, I got some messages on my phone. I didn't pay attention. Then when I opened them after the deal, I was like, well, Frog's not. His work. So, hey, Foco. And the only thing that would happen if I have to do it solo is I'm going to have to nix my shelter plan. There's no way. The shelter I have in my mind, I cannot. That's not true. I do not want to build it alone because it's a lot of work And it will, it would take two of my 7 days simply to build a shelter, literally. And that's putting in, it's not going to leave any time for fishing or hunting or gathering. So, I'm taking 2 days worth of calories that means that I've got 2 days worth of calories to build the shelter. And then while I'm sitting on 0, I've got 5 days to acquire food for the rest of the time, which is still a doable thing. But it might land to a character flaw of mine kicking in, whereas instead of building a shelter suitable for 2, I build a shelter suitable for the guy who's going to be there for 5 more days, which would be what I've got back here, and I can knock that together in 4 hours. Well, yeah, 4 hours. And then, there you go. There's a lot of things I wanted to accomplish while I was down there. And if I have to use too much of my time, which, I don't have to do the shelter. It's not. Well, actually, for the premise, I've got stuff, but not. You know what I mean? West S is not going on the show alone. Not happening. Not until they come up with better locations. And lighter equipment. I'm not dumping all their batteries and stuff around for them to get them rich. If they want to pay me to shoot while I'm there, if they want to make it a job, and then if I win the job and I get the bonus, I could do that. I don't think I'd get run off by wolves or bears or whatever. If I've got night vision capability on my camera and there's a bear outside my little shelter, I'm going to throw something at the opening of the shelter and get the bear to go down there, and I'm going to stick something sharp and dangerous in its throat and hold on. And then I'm going to eat good. And it's going to stick on it. Black bear, chances are 100 to 200 pounds. And 100 or 200 pounds, if you stick a piece of cold steel into the heart, it doesn't last long. Chances are it's going to be surprised by the attack and it's going to reverse. So all you got to do is follow the trail of blood. That's more effective than hitting a red button and waiting for however long. I've watched a lot of The Alone, and they edit too much drama into it. It's really not that. Mostly you spend a lot of time sitting around bashing your head against a rock or a tree or whatever. The one where they showed the guy going flat out insane most of the time because he was alone. Yeah, that's what you do when you're alone. You go nuts. Well, that's the deal. This isn't a survival wilderness challenge. It's not what it was. It's not wilderness survival challenge. It's not what it was supposed to be. This was a preparedness survival challenge. It was different, and that's what I'm going to do. I can go down there with this. Oops, I don't have a pocket knife. Here we go. I'm going down with this. And a bag of peanut butter or something. And try to survive for 7 days. Been done. Not by me, it's been done. Or I can do what I want to do and show what it would be like to survive if you were prepared for it, which is what we do. We're preppers. Thank you. Isn't that sweet? Okay. That's right. The folks at Sudoku gave that to me. I'm gonna give me some patches too, just because I can. All right, Daniel, tell her we'll be praying for her. Oh yeah, Daniel, if you haven't left yet, all that alone and living in the bushes and stuff. There's going to be guns. Yeah, he was on a panel on Crazy Scotsman's last night. He's been getting around some. Hey, Chevy. And seriously, trust me, about that on silent as we speak. Is there anything specific that y'all, as my subscriber base, is there anything specific that y'all would like to see me do that I haven't mentioned trying to pull off yet? Anything? You bring it up. Yeah. There you go. That's a good one. That's the plan. And the stay alive, don't die things are they're there. Have to get so many of them ordered before I have to get ordered for so many of them before they'll make them. If anybody's interested, I'll do that's what I'll do. I'll just I'll put the stay alive, don't dies and everything else. You can still get the drum shirts too. Courtney's dad is trying very hard to make sure that his girl don't go hungry. The t-shirt, the print shop stuff will be better. Trust me. Billy Bob, I think he took the wrong machete. Well, it's a figure of speech, LS. Man spent a lot of time getting debt free, and the man has put himself back into debt to whatever. If you need a t-shirt, find them on Facebook. Just get your stuff to them for no other reason, not because Leland needs the money or anything else like that, but because Doug Sims, even though he tries to pretend to be a jerk face, is a really nice man. It's a good dude. And see, I wanted to do the improvised traps. There's quite a bit of those in the works. I'm actually going to try very hard to snare, like snap snare, catch, hold, choke, kill a hog while I'm there. Those are easy. We call them slightly less than lethal. I can do those too. They're actually, and you can make them to where people don't even know they're there. Been playing around with that stuff since I was a kid. I grew up during while NAM was going on, and we all thought that, you know, for us, the guys over there fighting, they were heroes. We didn't protest nobody coming home. So, everybody else was playing cops and we were playing jungle warfare. So. That's pretty much the plan, team. It really is, Steve. I could see it in my head. But I've got to get down there because he said they got a couple of floods. I've got to go down there and reassess the situation to find out what I need to take to do this. And that's a plan also. Trying. It's yep. If anybody wants to send me one of those cold steel whittle stick, make a spear out of the knife things, get what it is. Westwind did one of the deals on it. If anybody wants to send me one of those, I'll make a spear and set the tree all stinking night. I will. Trying to work my way into a infrared night vision situation. I'm not gonna buy one. But know somebody with one. I'm gonna see if I can borrow it. That would just be wicked cool. Setting up in a tree and waiting for the hog to go under, and I can see you, and going stunk. Just wicked cool. Best if I could get it on camera. You're welcome, Frank. I had a cousin that didn't make it back. So. Two brothers that signed up to go, and then they didn't have to. Well, actually, they made it. Well, they don't talk about it. Yes, See, I did that on my last trip down there. I made a bow and arrow set, and then we walked all up down the bank with that arrow. I had it set up with basically a straightened out, a giant straightened out hook or whatever, and some tape on it. Right here. And we looked all over for them carp that were sucking up clams on the shore, but as soon as I got the bow belt, they were gone. So, man, good. All right. Didn't take me long to do the arrow and stuff, but because the bow took a while. I had to walk to find the right stick. I had to hoof through about a mile of brush to find the right staff to make a bow out of. I still got scars from that. That brush out there is unforgiving. The large eagle claw treble hooks you can get. Well, I'm going to shut up now. I'm just going to do it on video. I'll do it on video. As per Savage's, whatever, we'll just do it. Buzzard, that's people make fun of that or whatever, but if it's seriously, it's a legitimate plan. The tin cans, they're not rigid enough to stand up too much, but if you can get them lashed in a way where the edge is supported by the wood, and it's very possible to do so, then you have a sharp edge. All the sharp edge is there to do is open the skin, and the shaft will do the rest. Once you can puncture the skin, the force behind will do the rest. I mean, you lose a little bit with the whole physics and things at motion tend to stay at motion, and things at rest tend to stay at rest. Blah blah blah. Resistance, friction, tensile strength, pounds per square inch, all that, you know. But basically, if it's sharp, it'll go in easier. So. And there is a smoking big bunch of flint around the area down there. We found a flint bed that's probably 2 or 3 acres. So finding something to, not a flint napper, but finding something that I can knock a sharp rock out of is very possible. That would be nice. Yeah, that would be basically what I would do if I won the Powerball. I actually look at land for sale all over the country. If I hit Powerball, Mega Millions, either one, that would be my first step. I want this piece of dirt, this piece of dirt, this piece of dirt, and this piece of dirt. And then I would buy a lot of dirt within view of the house I'm in right now. and it would never be cultivated again. If I won the Powerball, I would just buy the equipment. Quite honestly, mega bunkers are really easy to do if you know what you're planning on doing. So, yeah, I got a clue. There's some of the oldest bunkers around here are made out of some of the most simple things, and there's some of the most effective. No, actually, they're all totally badass. I would imagine so, Savage. Not a lot, dry fire, just doing a little quick thing. Seeing if anybody had any, what do you say? I miss anybody's ideas from what I should do while I was down there? Cold Steel. What is that knife? Which one did the review on? Anyway, I was actually playing around with making one. I can't carry too much down there, so we'll see. As far as making stuff from junk and stuff, that's something that I enjoy doing also. But this is, I want to do something more along the lines of something that people can do, that anybody can do. They just need to practice it. All right, Savage, that'll work. I'd like to see them. Well, it'd be hard to find the PVC bow set. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. That's where I'm going. I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere. It's months into the scenario is that we are months into war without rule of law, and I have to go to a plan C or D or whatever plan it is. I mean, we don't get to stay at the bug out location, so we're having to inch it out. We've switched from bob to inch, so we're going to the I'm never coming home place. Oh, I have not made one. Dry fire. No. I did have my hands on those little items at the Tractor Supply though. That it'd be probably a 15 or 20 pound draw takedown bow, which are rabbits and up close and personal with carp or gar or something like that. That's sufficient. Yes. That's the primitive fishing I'm going to do. That's something that I'm not. I didn't get a chance to do it when I was down there last time. I'm doing it this time because, well, it's fun. There's nothing more gratifying than making your own hook, acquiring your bait, and then eating what tries to steal something that you made your own self. It's just like a lot of fun. So, Yep. That's going to happen. I think that's what it's called. I didn't even price. I don't even know what they cost or nothing. But I was looking at that. If I was gonna cache a knife or knives at a plan C or D location, I believe there'd be a couple of those in there, simply because it makes it to where you can quickly fashion something to hunt with that makes very little noise. You know, the animal might complain a little bit. Originally a tarp shelter of sorts. Um, this is not a minimalist trip. I plan on doing a minimalist trip a little bit more local and showing that you don't have to have a lot of gear to pull this off. You just have to have skills and a desire to do so. But initially, and I've got the videos shot. I need to edit them and stuff. Actually, the one for the shelters I need to reshoot because the camera angle was horrible on. So that's my plan for today. I need to get off here. I'm gonna give y'all 10 more minutes. I'm gonna get off and get busy. But you know the original plan, and I'm going to try to stick to the original plan, was to build a semi-permanent primitive shelter. Not a brush shelter, not an overnight shelter, not a, oh, I just got to make it through the night so I can finish hiking out of the trees shelter. I'm talking, I've got to come back to this day after day after day for the next several weeks shelter. So, all right, Steve, be blessed. Stay alive, no die. It's kind of hard to come up with a better carry gun than a 357 Security 6. Personal opinion. For one thing, a lot of folks, once they see it, they're just like, okay, I do not want to play anymore. You know, who cares if they got a vest on? They're not getting up. Not real quick. I got a lot of respect for the 357 cartridge. I need a lot of respect for the 357 cartridge. You know, they are heavy, but yeah. My Beretta and my Security 6 weigh the same, loaded. So, yeah, and I'm not saying, but you use the word better. See, that's the distinction. Different. You need a different gun for daily carry, for everyday carry. But it's not a better. trying to tell me that the 1911's better pistol than my Beretta. I figure. I'm not going to argue maybe slightly cooler, but maybe not better. For concealed carry, my daughter's little 9 is way better than my wife's 9. But for shooting, my wife's 9's better. So better is different. Cool. Then we're good. I'll come up playing, watching Dirty Harry. The revolvers are cool. Or I think they are. I own way more revolvers than a whole set of autos, just because they sexy. Anyway, that's it. I just need y'all to pray that everything goes smooth. And that everything works out. That's it. I have a community page on Patreon. You got ideas or suggestions? Go over there and post them. Feel free to comment below this video if you have a realistic and legal suggestion. I cannot promise to do any of the things suggested. I can sure give them a look, and I can sure try to work them in, and that's what I'll do. Remember, I can only be awake 16 hours a day, and I've only got 7 16-hour increments. And amongst all that, I've got to work in fishing, walking, filming, bathing, boiling water, because I am drinking from the river. I'm not gonna utilize. There's within walking distance, there is a water well. Drink straight out of the tap. No sweat. Not going to utilize that this time. Because it's not a wind. And if it's 6 or 8 months into Teowaki, then the electric pump ain't gonna be working. It's that simple. Be blessed, Brother Ruth. Y'all really should go check out his videos. I've been getting to check out a bunch of the small guys that I've been subscribed to forever. Over the last little bit, I've been having a little bit of downtime or whatever, so I've been able to go back and watch some of the, pretend like I don't have like that 3,700 subscribers. It's been fun. So God bless y'all. Y'all still out. Don't die. Love one another. Pray for each other. Edify each other. Don't judge each other. Don't allow misconduct, dude. Love all you people.